Hi everybody, this is Wyatt Robinson. I'm Clinic Director and Physical Therapist here at Therapeutic Associates Canyon Park Physical Therapy. Today I'm going to show you how to properly perform our dynamic flexibility routine we use here in the clinic to get yourself properly warmed up before you go out for exercise. The first stretch is going to be what we call a knee pull. So Dan, you're going to pull your knee up. So what's going to happen on this is you're stretching your gluteal muscles right through here. Common compensations that we don't want to do are too much extension in his spine. See how that's extending his back and could possibly causing some back pain, and then would be too much lean forward. If you too much lean forward, that's not good in your back, and it's also not stretching the glute as much as we want it to. So then next thing you're going to do is you're going to make this a sequence and move forward. So go ahead and see how each time he's in that good position as he moves forward, and we go roughly 10 yards, and then we'll turn around and do a different one back. Okay, next one is going to be what we call ankle pull. So you're going to pull your ankle up here, and this is going to stretch your quadriceps right through here. Common compensation patterns would be too much extension. So see how he's pulling and his back is arching through here. We don't want that. We want to pull your tummy muscles in and keep yourself in a good neutral position in your spine. Another one would be too much lean forward like this, and then you're no longer getting that stretch, and you're getting away from that stretch. Okay, so bring yourself up here. Now you're going to move again. So same thing, move and stretch each time, just like that. You go down 10 yards and we'll turn around a different one back. Okay, the next one is what we call a glute pull. So okay, go ahead, Dan. So this is going to stretch your rotators of your hip in through here. Common compensations are similar to the ones before. You're going to lean too far forward and or lean too far backward. So once again, you have to balance on your foot. Then you just take a step and do the same thing over and over, roughly 10-yard excursion before you turn back around. Okay, the next one is what we call the march and reach. So Daniel's going to demonstrate here. He's going to go down like that. Notice how his back's staying nice and level, nice and straight. He's stretching through this hamstring. He's not rotating up like this. That would be a compensation. We don't want to do that. We want to keep yourself nice and level here. We also don't want you to flex too much in your spine. So that would mean coming down like that. We don't want that either. It's keeping yourself in that nice neutral position right in here. And then you're going to come up into a march, just like that. And what that does is it activates your glute on the other side and also get your balance working as well. Okay, so then you're going to do the same thing over and over all the way down 10 yards. Good, see that nice hip hinge like that? That's perfect. The next stretch we're going to show you is called the lunge and reach. Okay, so Daniel, you can show them how to do this. So he's going to lunge down like this and reach up like that. What that's getting is it's going to stretch your hip flexor muscle right up in front here. Which is a very important one to stretch. What you don't want to do is you don't want to extend back too far here, just like that. You don't want to flex too far forward like that where you don't get a good stretch. And then what you're going to do is coming out of it, you want to bring yourself up like that into the march and then back down into that stretch one more time, just like that. And the same side arm goes up because that actually helps extend through that part of your the front of the trunk, and we'll get a bit more of a stretch. Okay. The next stretch is going to be the lunge and twist. So Daniel's going to show you here. He's going to lunge down, getting a good hip flexor stretch here, and then he's going to twist towards the leg that is up right here. What this does, it simulates running. When you run, you actually twist your trunk, so we're getting a good simulation of what running is. Then he's going to come up into a march. Go ahead. Good. And then he's going to come back down into the stretch. And once again, going about 10 yards and turn around, and we'll do a different one on the way back. The next stretch we're going to go over is what we call the Sumo Lunge. So we're going to go here in this position. Good. So he's going to stretch to one side just like that. What you don't want to do is you don't want to bend too far forward like so. And you also don't want your knee to go too far forward over your toes like that, because that's going to put a lot of stress on your knee. You should feel a stretch through your groin. And then you can do the other side just like that. Now, once again, stretch through the groin. And then he's going to turn himself and do the other side just like that. Both sides, just like so, and then he's going to turn himself again, all the way down 10 yards and then turn around. The next one we're going to go over is called the leg swing. So he's going to do this is stretching your hamstrings. What I want is a little less force though. Bring it up again. There you go, good, and then take a step. Good, and what you're going to compensate would be leaning too far forward like that. We don't want to be doing it like that. We want to make sure we're nice and upright, and you don't want to ballistically pull too fast either, okay? And then just walking like that, each step. And walking down 10 yards and turning around. Okay, the next activity we're going to do is actually Carioca. Now we're kind of going away from the stretching and going more in towards some dynamic exercise. Okay, so let's demonstrate Carioca, Dan. You want to drive that leg just like that, go all the way down 10 yards, and then come back, driving the other leg just like that. Okay? Okay, the next thing is just a simple skip. So Dan's going to demonstrate this. The skip's got a little bit of a hop, but notice how he drives the arms. That's really important in terms of simulating running. Okay? The next one we're going to go over is butt kick to high knee. So he's going to go down 10 yards with the butt kick and back 10 yards with the high knee. Okay, go ahead. Okay, the next one we're going to do is called the skip in and skip out. This one's a bit more complex, and Daniel will show you how to do this. Your legs going out, you're opening up on both sides, just like that. It's a good way to get those hip rotators stretched out. Okay, next one we're going to go over is called the power skip. What this is going to do is going to get you ready for that plyometric and jumping that needs to happen during running. The next one is called the shuffle turn. So what you're going to do, Dan, is face this way. You're going to shuffle down halfway facing one direction, then in the middle you're going to turn and face the other direction for that full 10 yards. So we don't have quite as much space, but we'll show you roughly how to do that.